Hello, boys and girls. So you made it to the final day of Stellaluna. I'm so proud of you. You've worked so hard. Okay, so today we're going to finish the story. Yay! Okay, and today what we're going to do, once we finish the story, I want to work on going back and retelling the story in order of how it happened, okay? So first, I just want to finish the book. And then once we finish, we'll go back and we'll think about the different events that happened in the story that were very super important, and we'll put them in order of how they happened so you can learn how you summarize or retell a story to someone who hasn't read the book yet. Alrighty? So let's refresh. Yesterday when we were done reading, Stellaluna was where? Who remembers? Think about it. Yesterday's reading, where did we end off? Think. Good. Stellaluna had flown away from the baby birds, and now she's lost, and she was hanging in a tree by herself. Remember? Here's the page that we ended on. She's hanging all by herself because she flew too far away, and now she's lost. So let's see what happens, okay? Alrighty. Hey, a loud voice said, why are you hanging upside down? Stellaluna's eyes opened wide. She was a most peculiar face. I'm not upside down. You are, Stellaluna said. Ah, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You are hanging by your thumbs, so that makes you upside down, the creature said. I'm a bat. I am hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up. Stellaluna was confused. Mama Bird told me I was upside down. She said I was wrong. Wrong for a bird maybe, but not for a bat. More bats gathered around to see the strange young bat who behaved like a bird. Stellaluna told them her story. You ate bugs? Stuttered one. You slept at night? Gasped another. How very strange, they all murmured. Wait, let me look at this child. A bat pushed through the crowd. An owl attacked you? She asked. Sniffing Stellaluna's fur, she whispered, You are Stellaluna. You are my baby. Who's that bat? She knew that Stellaluna was attacked by an owl. She knew her name, and she said, You're my baby. Who's the bat? It's Mama Bat. You escaped the owl? Cried Stellaluna. You survived? Yes, said Mother Bat as she wrapped her wings around Stellaluna. Come with me, and I'll show you where to find the most delicious fruit. You'll never have to eat another bug as long as you live. But it's nighttime, Stellaluna squeaked. We can't fly in the dark, or we will crash into trees. We're bats, said Mother Bat. We can see in darkness. Come with us. Stellaluna was afraid, but she let go of the tree and dropped into the deep blue sky. Stellaluna could see. She felt as though rays of light shone from her eyes. She was able to see everything in her path. So look, bats can fly at night and they can see. So this whole time when she was being raised by the birds, she didn't realize all the fun, special things that she could do as a bat. Soon the bats found a mango tree, and Stellaluna ate as much of the fruit as she could hold. I'll never eat another bug as long as I live, cheered Stellaluna as she stuffed herself full. I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap. The next day, Stellaluna went to visit the birds. Come with me and meet my bat family, said Stellaluna. Okay, let's go, agreed Pip. They hang by their feet and they fly at night and they eat the best food in the world, Stellaluna explained to the birds on the way. As the birds flew among the bats, Flap said, I feel upside down here. So the birds hung by their feet. Wait until dark, Stellaluna said excitedly. We will fly at night. When night came, Stellaluna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leaped from the tree to follow her. "I can't see a thing," yelled Pip. "Neither can I," howled Flitter. "Aye!" shrieked Flap. "They're going to crash," gasped Stellaluna. "I must rescue them." Stellaluna swooped about, grabbing her friends in the air. She lifted them to a tree, and the birds grasped a branch. Stellaluna hung from the limb above them. "We're safe," said Stellaluna. Then she sighed. "I wish you could see in the dark, too." "We wish you could land on your feet," Flitter replied. Pip and Flap nodded. They perched in silence for a long time. "How can we be so different and feel so much alike?" mused Flitter. "And how can we feel so different and be so much alike?" wondered Pip. "I think this is quite a mystery," Flap chirped. "I agree," said Stellaluna, "but we're friends, and that's a fact." The end. So did everyone like that book as much as I do? I hope you did. Okay, so now that we are completely done the book, I want to go back and let's think about the super important events that happened in the book. So who can remember at the way beginning of the story, so 2 days ago when we started this, what happened first? Who can think? Think about it. What was the first thing that happened in this book? Good. An owl attacked Stellaluna and her mother, remember? Mama Bat and Stellaluna were flying, and an owl swooped down and scared them, and Mama Bat dropped Stellaluna, right? So that was the very first thing that happened. Then what happened? So Mama Bat dropped Stellaluna. What happened next? Good. Stellaluna fell into a nest of baby birds, remember? So she fell from the sky. She didn't know how to fly yet because she was still a baby, and she landed in the nest. Good. So then Stellaluna is in this nest of birds. So how did she start to act? Very good. She started to behave like a bird, right? And she ate grasshoppers and other yucky bugs that she didn't want to eat, but she had to because she was acting like a bird, right? Because now she was in the bird family. Good. So Stellaluna is with the birds, and she's acting like a bird. She's eating bugs. Good. And then the birds and Stellaluna want to try flying, right? So what happens? They try to fly, and then what happens? What goes wrong? Good, right? Stellaluna flew too far away, and she got lost, right? And who did she meet? She flew too far away, she got lost from the birds, and who did she meet? Very good. She met other bats, remember? And the bats were asking her questions like, why are you hanging upside down? And why are you eating bugs? Why are you acting like a bird, right? Good. Okay, and then what was the very last important event that happened in Stellaluna? She met the bats, and then what happened? What happened when she met the bats? Very good. She realized that one of the bats was her mom, right? One of the bats was Stellaluna's mother. And then they were reunited, and Stellaluna got back with her mom. And then, good, that was like the last important event that happened. Very good, boys and girls. I am so proud of you. You did so well with this book, okay? So what I want you to do now that we've talked about the events, I want you to go back into Seesaw and complete your activity. There's 2 pages on this one. The first page, I want you to drag the events so that you have them in order from start to finish. So we just talked about them. I want you now to go back. You can click and drag them so they're in order of how they happened, okay? And then on page 2, make sure you do both pages. On page 2, it asks you what your favorite event was in the story, and I want you to tell us about it. So you can just record yourself. You don't have to worry about writing. Record yourself telling us about your favorite event. It can be any event that happened in the book. I want you to tell us about it, okay? And then once you're done, you turn in your work, and then Stellaluna is all done, okay? So great job. I'm so proud of you. Have fun with your seesaw activities, and I can't wait to see them.